um episode the short in numbers at night. I totally forgot you were gonna say it. Hold on, restart. Hello everybody. I am your host, Stumble. Hey, shut the fuck up.
I got. Who the fuck is that?
Dude, Ernesto, beat your girlfriend.
Oh my goodness.
Alright. Welcome. I am your host, Yobani, aka Stumble. Here with our. Oh crap. Hold on. Let me get rid of this ugly dude.
Damn! You just got rid of the homeboy like that, man.
Okay, with my friend Ernesto, aka Shadow, or aka EZX Knox, and my best friend Israel, aka the Grizz. And today we have a very special guest. He's one beautiful man. Everybody, give it a round of applause for my friend Pablo.
Hey guys. Woo. It's a pleasure, guys.
And welcome to the very first episode of what, Izzy?
At night.
No, oh my fuck.
I meant hold on. Shorter numbers.
As we rehearsed.
And then, so this is no filter, you know. Anything goes.
Yeah, tonight, since it's at night edition, we're gonna be talking about supernatural activities that we've faced or heard, and maybe some near-death experience we've all had. All right. Since you're our guest, Pablo, would you like to start off?
Yeah, well, what topic do you guys want to start off? Near-death experiences or the paranormal?
I can go with either or, whatever you guys are feeling.
Okay. Near-death experience. I want to do with that one first. So...
Alright, one second. Who the fuck is playing Mario or something in the background?
It ain't me, Chief.
I'm gonna cut your balls off if you don't stop that right now.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this went for real.
Alright, go ahead, Paul.
Alright, go ahead. So I've actually had two almost...
Oh, I fucking hear it. What the fuck?
I'm not playing.
Nah. Y'all just paranoid because we're talking about freaking paranormal activity.
No, I'm not playing. Anyway. So, when I was younger, maybe 7, I was walking around this corner, and as I made the corner, there was like this indent on that curve. So every time cars would swing by that curve, their car would sort of be like kind of... It looked like as if it was gonna like tilt on you, pretty much, right? Anyway, that particular day, there was this really big ass truck carrying a bunch of heavy metal. Like, it had like a couple refrigerators in the back, and it was making that turn. And as it made it, the car tilted maybe halfway, and like it could have just crushed me right then and there, but it just didn't. Yeah.
And where was this?
This was when I was like 7, dude. This was back in you know where Walnut Road is, or Walnut Street?
I do not know. I don't live in the same state as you. I'm sorry.
It's like a couple blocks from the aquatic center. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Well, it's by Shoe Park. Anyway, yeah. That's one, and then the other one was having pancreas failure and
Pancreas failure?
health issues, man. Yeah, pancreas failure. So
What the
that was just a health issue that I had going on when I was younger too.
Damn.
Piping too many guys.
Piping too many guys. That's the way to go, though.
That's kind of a secret thing, right?
I have a really personal one on how a near-death experience I had, and so during high school, I think some of you, Ernesto and Pablo, might know. I was having like motor skill problems, and like I was losing like memory and shit. So I was like having like a really bad time with my body, right? And I'm like, fuck, dude, I probably have like a brain tumor or something. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I was like really scared for my life, you know.
Oh.
And I had to go to a neurologist, and they checked my head. And they took a CAT scan of my body, and they took my blood too. And they said they didn't really find anything wrong with my head or wrong with anything part of my body. He said the only thing that was wrong is I was really low on vitamin D or C. I forgot which one of them. And he says that he basically told me that some teenagers suffer from this because they be piping too much and never get never let their
I'm cutting you off right
their
there.
men they never let their guy like regenerate like the vitamin D or C, whatever it is you lose when you have sex. And my girlfriend at the time, I'm not gonna say who, we were at it like a lot,
Dang.
a lot, and I never let my boys regenerate, and I was losing a lot of vitamin D, and
Dude.
it almost killed me.
Damn, dude. The thing you love most
You know-
kills you.
For some reason, I feel like you're lying.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. When I see you again, you can ask Jade. She knows about it.
What is it? Is that why you were kind of like tired most of the time?
Yeah, like during sophomore and junior year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember you were always like out of it. Like I always see you coming to school all fucking tired. It was like you were dying.
Yeah.
You be piping, dude.
And
It's like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? I just been having way too much sex.
and then the doctor told me, you know, it's
You gotta
like
do what you gotta do.
he gave me pills, vitamin pills, and yeah, and I went with my day. I'm like, oh, so I don't have like a tumor in my brain? And he's like, no, you don't have a tumor in your brain. You have a tumor in your shoulder. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, that was my near-death experience. I almost fucking died from piping down too much.
Damn.
Hey, I have two, but I'm just gonna say one, and then I'm gonna let Izzy say his one, then I'll probably go back to mine. So, when I used to live in Miami, Florida, when I was like
Oh.
10, I went to this gas station with my mom, and she went to go put in gas, and I was sitting in the passenger seat in the back, or just in the back, fuck it. And then these two Dominican people roll up on the car, and one guy's pointing a gun next to me because I had the window down, so he had a gun on my head, and then he was yelling at me to get my mom's bag, and I kind of like froze, like I couldn't fucking do anything. I was like in
Holy
shock, and then
shit, dude.
the other guy came in and he broke the window and took my mom's bag, and then they dipped. I couldn't my mom told me that I couldn't even like move because I was like in shock the entire time.
Holy.
And I had to go to like the psychiatrist for like a good week.
Jesus.
Apparently when every time I heard like a bang when it was like 4th of July, I always got scared and got in a corner and started crying.
Oh, I know why. You little bitch.
Fuck you.
No,
crazy.
that's crazy, dude. I have like a lot of situations like that growing up in California, and that shit's fucking scary. Like I know exactly how you feel. I didn't know you went through that, man.
That's
Hey.
crazy, dude.
At least you're not a pussy anymore, right?
Yeah, just
Was
I
it
just
real,
ate,
man?
swear to God. Alright, Izzy, tell me what you got. Can
Alright,
you
so
top?
man, I got a lot of near-death experience.
Dude, I could easily top our Nestles. Israel can too.
I know.
I got a lot of near-death experiences, but you know, I'm going to say this one because it's probably like maybe not. Nah, it's probably the more recent one. So one day, I think it was around the summertime. About to be like around school time and stuff, and I was dating this one girl for a little while, and
Don't tell me it's gonna be
where she
hyping too much.
where she stayed at, she was like 45 minutes from my house. So like during this time I was in training for my job, and I would only have like the weekends off, so I would like come and see her on my weekends whenever I was free. And so I would go ahead and like drive to her house like every Saturday and Sunday, and before I took off, right again on Monday. And one night, I believe it was a Saturday night. Uh, I went ahead and was heading back home, and I left from her house, and I was feeling really tired that day, like really tired. I guess like the training that we were doing that whole week where I was at, it was like really like tiring, and it drained me. And like those 2 days that I had off, like I just really wanted to rest. But since I told her I was gonna see her that week, like I was gonna see her that week because I'm a man of my word, right?
What kind
And
of
so
work were you doing?
I'll explain that later or another time. Um, and so when I was driving home, I was feeling really tired, and I started like kind of like closing my eyes while I was driving on the road, and I was like, shoot. And let me tell you, like when I was driving on the road, it's like an empty like country road, so like literally there's no light, like it's pitch black out there, and yeah, and nothing but puro monte, so
Oh.
yeah, pretty much what I just said is just ranches and stuff. And so I was driving, and I started falling asleep on the wheel, and I caught myself, and I was like, oh shoot. And then I tried to stay up, and shoot, I didn't have no candy, I didn't have like nothing to drink or anything, and damn, like how am I gonna do it? Like I put the windows down, like that didn't work. I turned on the radio, that didn't work. Like I was just really tired. Next thing you know, like I'm driving, and fucking my eyes go black. And next thing you know, I like wake up, and then I'm on the side of the road, like kind of like sideways, on the left side of the road. And I wake up, and I'm like, oh shit. And like I try to get back on the road, right? And so when I came back on the road, like my car, I guess like my tire had like was like busted or something, I don't know. And when I was on the road, I started losing control, and I was like, oh shit. And then so I try to like brake like really slowly, like as much as I can. And next thing you know, like I started like spinning in circles, and I was just like, oh shit. And then I go ahead and fall on the right side of the road, and then I fall into a ditch, and then I just like suddenly just stopped, and I was just like, oh shit. And then a whole bunch of grass and dirt just flew up in the air, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like I literally like stood at the wheel thinking like, yo, what the fuck? And then I look up, and then I see like one of those signs like on the highways, like those like, oh, like take this next exit, you'll see like a restaurant or a gas station or whatever. And I was like, dude, I was so close from like hitting that sign, because you could see like my tire marks right next to that sign. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like if I would have like gone any closer, I would have probably hit the sign, and luckily like I didn't like flip over or anything like that, because then I would have been in like some real serious shit. I probably wouldn't be here today, honestly. But yeah, that was pretty intense.
This is why I always say they shouldn't let midgets drive. Like, is you could have killed somebody.
This is why you always
There was nobody on the road.
Or you could have killed somebody if there was.
Yeah, you hurt my feelings that day.
Wow. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the support.
I got your K though, and you never told me that story.
Yeah, no. Once I was in that ditch, I got out, right? Like I drove up, and my tire was busted, so I had to change that out and stuff. But I got it changed out, and then I made it home safe afterwards that night. But yeah, dude, that was some crazy shit that night.
That is crazy, dude. Didn't I don't think you told me, because you're like, man, I'm gonna save it for the podcast in 2 years.
This guy, yeah, I had told my parents about it, and a close friend of mine, he came and helped out. So, but yeah, I'm here though.
That's good. I mean, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad that you're here, man.
Yeah.
But you wonder who else isn't here with us right now?
Who?
Bartholomew.
I don't know who that is.
AKA Sammy, AKA Lil Foreskin, AKA
Oh,
Sugar.
oh, foreskin. Yeah, dude, you call him that?
No.
Do you have any other stories, Bubba?
Um, no, man. I think that's the only one I can really think of right now. On top of my head.
How about you, Giovanni?
I got a lot, like, honestly. Well, let's see. There's one time where I was going to IHOP, and I went to this street, right? And then a car was coming right towards me because it was a one-way street. And that's it.
What the fuck was that, dude? Yo.
No, I'm sorry. You know what was funny about Israel's story? That when he was explaining it,
It
he
actually happened.
no, he was like, and I was like, oh shit. And then he says a little bit more, and then he was like, and I was like, oh shit. And then he says a little bit more, and then he goes, and then I said, oh shit.
This ninja here, dude.
And then he goes, when I woke up, I was like, what the fuck? And then he's like, and then like 2 seconds later, he goes, and I said, what the fuck? So that shit was funny.
You're fucked up, dude. I lost my life that day.
You know, we could lose our life every day. Okay.
And then like, if you died, your last words was like, and oh shit.
You got fucked up. I hate y'all.
Another near-death experience I had was when I was little. I have eczema, but when I was little, it was like worse. I had like eczema on my head, so my mom had to like cut my hair like bald, and I used to live in California, right? And the police came into the apartments because there was like somebody they were chasing,
Yeah.
and they just like busted into our house because they thought he ran in there. And they saw me at the table, you know, I was eating my cornflakes. They fucking come into the door and they point their shotguns at my face because they thought I was that guy. Because I was wearing like a white shirt, bald head, Mexican. And they pulled their fucking shotguns at me. And I was like, I just fucking froze. I was like, oh shit. Oh goddamn. And they just looked at me and they flipped over the mattresses, went to the closets and shit. And then just left. I'm like, excuse me, assholes, you want to pick that shit up?
It sounds like somebody swatted your house, bro. Like every streamer has to happen.
Well, that happened to me before streaming was a thing, then.
God damn. Another story that I have, there was one time with me, my stepdad, my mom, and my sister. We were getting off an exit in Atlanta, and there's this car that was speeding by, I guess, and then he cuts us off, but he doesn't like fully cuts us off, like his back of his car hit the front of our car, like bumper area, and then we started spinning out, and the car almost flipped, but we didn't flip because we hit that railing that spits the street, like when you're heading up on the exit, and then to the left you can just keep going straight, and it has all those giant gallons of water.
Yeah.
So we hit that a bunch when we were spinning, and then we hit like the edge of it. So it kind of like made our car look like if it was about to fold in half.
Mm-hmm.
And then that moment, I remember I was listening to Vicente Fernandez, and I was like, I can't go out like that.
I don't even know who that is.
He is Mexican Uzi.
Mexican Uzi.
He's a Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD sucks, dude, honestly.
Yo, save it for the next podcast.
Stupid.
If you like Juice WRLD, man, there's something wrong with you.
What is
Sammy
it?
would tell you, you got no taste in music.
He has no taste in music. Have you seen his face?
That's what's dope.
What is it? Tell us another story. Iglesia.
Who?
Izzy.
What?
Tell us another story.
All right. So I wanted to bring up today about what do y'all think about ghosts? Is that something that y'all believe in? You know, I know like some of us at night we be getting scared of the dark. I don't know if y'all been seeing that movie Us, but you know, gonna tie into that for a little bit. No spoilers though.
Yeah, I believe in ghosts.
Oh my god, this guy.
I'm pretty sure we all like, for me, every time I go to the kitchen, everything's dark, and I come back, I'm always looking behind me or walking sideways because I always have that fear that something's gonna pull me.
Something's gonna pull you. Your fat ass?
Get on the fuck.
I'm joking, man.
You're going to hell for this.
Dude, I was already going to hell.
Hey, look at Brett.
Hey, sup, Big Poppy?
Hey, what's up? What's up, bro?
Hey, Brett, feel free to type up your, any paranormal activities you've dealt with, and then we could read it out loud and share it. But
Yeah.
for me, I believe in, okay, it's like weird for me, okay? I believe in, like, ghosts and, like, other entities, but I don't really believe in, like, ghosts to be like, let me grab your asshole and I'll turn into you, or, like, you know?
The fuck?
Like the-
I never heard anything like that in my life. Hold on. Stop for a minute.
Some hentai bullshit. What is
I don't believe
I
in
really
ghosts that possess people and like set curses on people, but I do believe in like there's like paranormal things out there, if that makes sense. Like, does it? I don't know how to explain it. Fuck it. I mean, I'm just stupid or something.
Okay, have you seen like the Conjuring movies and all that stuff?
Yeah, that shit was boring.
Okay, so supposedly those are like true. Do you believe those are true?
No, that's some Hollywood makeup bullshit.
You believe that?
No, I don't believe in that.
No, I'm saying you believe that's just some Hollywood BS.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So like if you were to go see the Annabelle doll, the real one, right, at the museum that supposedly it's at, and let's say that like you mess with it and shit starts happening, what are your thoughts gonna be after that?
Well, if shit starts happening to me, then I'm gonna be like, okay, it's real. The fuck?
He's like, I need to go to a priest right now. Dios santo is still.
Like, I need like proof. I need evidence. I'm not just gonna say like, yeah, there's these types of beings just because movies tell me there is. Like, I'm not a fucking child. I need like proof. Like, I need it to happen to me for me to actually believe it, you know?
next thing he cuts off from the stream. We don't see him for a week.
I cut off. You mean the stream ends?
No. Cut.
Be like
Then you
stumble,
leave.
gone missing.
Stumble gone missing. No, a paranormal thing. I had like a lot of paranormal shit happen to me and to my family growing up. Like, this one time, I was in my room playing with my little brother. We're playing Minecraft, and my mom and older brother and sister, not my older sister, I don't have an older sister, they were in the living room, and something happened, and the windows in the kitchen started moving, like if someone was banging on it. And okay, yeah, let me finish my fucking story. Do you want me to kick you out like Samuel?
Dude, relax. No need for the hostility, man.
No, you can ask my mom when you come to Oregon. Like, I'm not bullshitting with you. She said that someone was banging on the window, and then they screamed out my name and my little brother's name, and then my mom like told us, and then she came and put like a Bible in our bedrooms. It's like there would be no evil spirits, and like she opened it to like a certain page, and like made us all pray, like to send off like evil spirits. And like I was like, damn, they wouldn't kill me when I was playing Minecraft. Fucked up.
No, the only like paranormal experience that I have had was when I spent the night at my cousin's Jose's house in Atlanta, and
No, you don't.
He always
Oh, you don't.
he always told me that because he has a big house, and downstairs, nobody lives downstairs. It's just like where you go wash your clothes. And every night when it's like dead ass silent, you always hear like footsteps coming from downstairs, like going upstairs.
Yeah.
And what is
No.
there was there was this one time when I was sleeping in his room, and I dead ass saw a shadow when I woke up in the middle of the night. I saw a shadow like kind of hovering over me.
Sure you did.
You want fucking?
Explain.
I had a shadow kind of like hovering towards like over me towards the edge of the bed, and I freaked the fuck out. I started screaming. And then his mom came in, starting like with the Bible, kind of like the same thing that your mom did.
Mm-hmm.
I started throwing freaking holy water at her.
Yeah, where did your mom have holy water?
Oh my goodness,
If anything,
yo.
I feel like it was Aquafina.
It was Destiny water.
Yo, Giovanni, suck on your mic a little bit less.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
I color.
you're like a little too close to your mic, like for real.
Hey guys, my mom came with the Bible.
Ouch. I didn't come here to be attacked. I could just leave.
Yo, kick you out like Samuel.
Yeah.
Oh, how does that feel, dude?
I'm gonna kill myself. Another Is that Samuel?
No, that's not Samuel. What's up? Another regret.
Another regret said, I'm gonna kill myself. Amen. Live stream it. Get some good money.
No, but I do have a story though I want to say about some paranormal type stuff. So supposedly, it's like probably like a few miles out from my home, from where I live.
Where do you
It's
live?
called, that in Texas, and it's called Yorktown Memorial Hospital, and supposedly like the history behind that hospital is that they would like bring in patients, like people, and they would be known as patients, but it'd be like just people, and they would like seduce them in, right? And so
What do you mean by seduce them in?
like
They were crazy or like restraining?
yeah, no, it's how can I say, like,
Cause seduce is like sexual shit.
oh, what the hell? Oops, wrong word.
I'm pretty sure you're talking about a strip club.
Bribe them in, all right. That's what I was going for.
Seduce.
You mean
Whatever.
like trick them to go?
They would bribe them in, right? And they would just like hand out flyers and shit like that. Y'all can look this up.
So a church.
Yeah.
A
and
cult?
It was really it was thing that they had going on there.
So it was a cult.
And, yeah, pretty much. And so
Right, go ahead, continue.
people that were like people who were like mentally ill, or like, you know, they were like sick supposedly or whatever, or these people would tell them that there was something wrong with them, so they'd bring them in, they do like experiments on them, and there was like different parts in the hospital where they had like people where they would do like experiments on
Mm-hmm.
and shit, and they would like dissect them and, you know, like check out their body parts and all that stuff. There is one other section where like they kept the kids. and
What
stuff.
was it called?
It's the Yorktown Memorial Hospital.
Yorktown?
Yeah. And this is I'm getting this information from a friend of mine that she had told me.
Okay, let's look if she's lying to you or not.
Nah, well, she was like posting like stories about it on her Instagram. So
Yorktown
yeah, it was
Hospital
pretty
is one of the
interesting.
most haunted places in Texas.
yeah, and people like people like, what can I say?
Hooked up in there?
Yeah, there was a lot of fucked up shit going on there. I'll just put it that way. Like, there's blood on the walls to this day, where like you can see, from, like when they would like do experiments on them. And supposedly today, if you were to go and like go explore, you would see like the children's play place, where like if you were to like sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in that room, you would hear the kids like if somebody had like a recording or something, you would be able to hear them while you were like singing that song, and that's what like woke up the kids in that room.
Damn it.
Yeah,
That's
in the
crazy.
hallways. Supposedly, this only happens at night, really, during the day. But in the hallways, if you have like a really good camera and stuff like that, you would be able to see pictures of people walking in the hallways,
What the fuck?
which
It
is
says,
pretty.
if I can cut you off real quick.
Yeah,
It
go
says
for it.
right here that over 2,000 people have died there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
From
Lots.
1950 to 1998.
Yeah, tons of people died there. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the hospital picture on the stream real quick. Give me a second.
Yeah, go ahead and show everybody else on here.
Go ahead and keep talking about it.
Oh, but so Izzy, let's go to the hospital. Yo, I'm so down. I had told Samuel, I know he's not here, but I really want to go. Everybody who's watching this stream right now, I want to go to this hospital right here. I want to go do a little little session. I want to get a little bit of exploring in, because I love going to abandoned places. Like, those are one of the things that like really interest me about life, and you know why those places shut down. You know, like why those things happen, because you know all those things, they happen for a reason, obviously, right? Like, people do it for a reason, but like what keeps them going? What keeps them wanting to like go out there and be like, man, like this is something we're gonna do, you know, and whatnot. So I'm definitely planning in the future to go check it out myself. Whenever I do come back, I most likely will probably bring it up here on the next Short in Numbers at Night episode for all y'all. So
Mhm.
Do you guys want me to read this little article it has about it?
Yeah.
He cut out. What did he say?
yeah, go for it. Go ahead.
All right. It says right here, Yorktown Memorial Hospital is one of the most haunted places in Texas. By Jenny Webster. It says, located midway between San Antonio and the Gulf Coast sits Yorktown, Texas. The town was established when a road was built connecting them to Texas Gulf Coast, Seaport, Indianola, with New something. This road became known as Old Indiana Trail. These days, Yorktown is a quiet, peaceful community centered around a high school, football, and church. However, there is one place in Yorktown that is anything but peaceful. The abandoned Yorktown Memorial Hospital, which is said to be overrun with spirits of thousands who've died there. Founded by the religious group known as the Felician Sisters, that were part of the Roman Catholic Church in 1995. The Yorktown Memorial Hospital originally served as a rehabilitation center for those suffering from drug and alcohol abuse. The center eventually closed in 1980, and the structure was abandoned. It appears as if the spirits of those deceased may still be lurking in the corridors, trying to escape the torment life they once led. For those that have experienced the ghosts in the haunted places in Texas, the experiences that have occurred at this haunted hospitals are most memorable. Where reports of everything from talking dolls to large black purpuration to red glowing eyes, most everyone who's visited this abandoned hospital has experienced something inexplicable. The current person in charge of the caretaking of this building has had enough ghostly encounters to last a lifetime or more. He reports that if the lights are on at the nurse stations, everything seems to be calm and seems to be alone. However, if he turns the lights off, he has observed many individuals walking around. There are many of that appear to be normal and could possibly be described as guests. However, there are many that look as if they are patients that belong in the hospital. Additionally, a staircase that kept closed off in front of the building by a door with a pane glass. Each evening, it is said that it sounds as if there is tapping and grappling on the glass.
What the fuck?
Dude, that's some crazy shit, bro.
And then there's like 2 sentences left. Hold on. The York New Memorial Hospital is a private property, and trespassing is strictly prohibited. However, The building is available for use in film and guided paranormal tours. Visit the Facebook page for more information. So I guess you can't just go over there and take a photo shoot, is it, if you wanted to? You have to.
No, you can go because my friend went there like maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but you have
She
to.
literally-
You have to. It's not. It's private property. You can't trespass. I'm pretty sure you just have to go and like ask if you could like go take pictures and shit.
Oh well, I mean, people still go anyways, right? I mean, if we get caught, well, fuck it, we get caught. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
So,
the
the most in trouble we're gonna get is, hey, you need to leave the premises.
not if you work
and
for
then
the
we'll
state.
This guy, yeah, I should work for the state, right?
No, like
Nah,
if
but,
I know your friends work for the
Nice.
state, and if they get caught, they could have some serious repercussions. You know?
I mean, hey, look, the only thing the law is gonna really tell us is be like, hey, y'all need to get off the property, and we'll just be like, okay, cool, and we'll get off. I mean, like, we're not gonna like
What if- but it's-
retaliate back and be like, no, we ain't getting up. Fuck the police. Boo, boo, boo.
What if? But it's Texas. You're trespassing. They'll shoot you down real quick.
Oh my gosh, you know, it's
Deadass,
Texas,
probably.
exactly. You always keep a strap on, so if they start shooting, obviously
strap
Texas
on.
people, they can start shooting back.
Strap
So
on.
what's the difference?
Yo, man said keep a strap on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, what about you, Paul? Any stories?
No, dude, not. Okay.
Anything.
Yeah, dude. Well, many. I was told many stories as a kid, dude. On some serious shit. Like I've always. Yeah, dude. I was always told about those kind of shit. So I was like growing up. But no, dude. Like sometimes I was told by certain people that made me like. You know, have you ever been told stories by certain people that they just tell you and you just believe them?
Yeah.
Like you just know they're not messing around, man. And you're just like, yeah, they're real. They're real about this. And so once I had gone, maybe like 2 years ago back to Mexico, and I met up with this old lady who apparently is like has been around this kind of stuff for so long that she just tells me a bunch of stories. She was like related from my mom's side. And she used to tell me about how back then, when she was growing up, that they would see like these balls of fire floating like around where they lived. And they said that those balls of fire were like witches that lived like up in the mountains. And that they would come and that they would look for like kids to take because they would take like the body parts off the kids to make them look younger. Some crazy shit, dude. But you don't have a reason to tell to like a kid unless you really want to just spook the shit out of him. But like she just kept a straight face like the whole time she's telling you this, and it's weird because it I don't know, it's just like a weird feeling. Yeah, but I've personally have never experienced anything paranormal. But I've definitely been told stories.
Yeah, when I was little, mom used to tell me a bunch of paranormal shit that happened. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the duendes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The little demon.
Yeah, the gnomes.
Yeah,
Dude,
basically.
I was told a lot that
Like-
in Mexico whenever I would go to Mexico.
Yeah.
That was like the most told story ever.
Like, when I was little, my mom used to tell me this folklore that if you ever sleep with like your feet hanging off your bed, that the duendes come and drag you off your bed and take you to the woods and like eat you, like put you in a pot and eat you. And when I was little, I'm like, shit. I always put my feet on the bed and like rolled up into a ball when I fell asleep, so that wouldn't happen to me.
God. No, my mom as a kid always told me stories about when every time I did something wrong, like if I didn't do my homework or if I didn't listen, she said, "All right, tonight they're gonna come get you and they're gonna eat you." I was like, "Don't tell me this shit."
You should have been like, how do you know? You're one of them. Stab the shit out of her.
No, but my grandpa before he passed away, he always told me stories about the Llorona. Like I'm pretty sure you guys heard it.
Okay.
Yeah, every little Hispanic kid knows about the Llorona.
For people who don't know, the Llorona was like this lady back in Mexico that apparently she drowned her 2 kids in like a lake.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
They're about to make a movie actually about it.
it looks stupid.
yeah. Honestly, it does, but I'm gonna probably go watch it just to go.
Yeah, I'm
Yo,
still gonna go watch it.
I haven't seen the trailer. I wouldn't mind watching it right now. To be
Hey, y'all wanna watch it right now?
Let's finish what we're talking about, and then we can watch this trailer.
All right, all
so,
right.
so what happened is she drowned her 2 kids in the lake, and then I guess she instantly started like regretting it, and she started crying, and apparently at night, if you live close to the lake or if you cross been walking by, you can always hear her like screaming and crying, like saying "mis hijos," like my kids, in like this weird kind of voice, and it was creepy as fuck when they always told me this story. I always got scared.
Honestly, saying, bro, my mom would always read me the story too
Yeah.
before I went to bed. And dude, that shit was scary, bro. Like I would
Why the
tell
fuck would she
mom,
tell you
I would,
before bed?
because like there was this one book, right, that she had.
Dude,
It
I
was
feel like parents are just assholes trying to scare their kids.
no, I think it's because like it's in the culture or something. You know what I mean? Like
That's
in
true.
the pueblo and the ranchos, like you know they tell them a whole bunch of stuff because like let's be honest, bro. Like in a Mexican ranch, there's always stuff going on. Let's
There
be honest.
is.
Like there's always some stuff
Oh,
going
yeah.
on out there. Like it's pitch black, it's dark, and it's like you know you're out there in the middle of nowhere. So obviously in the middle of nowhere, that's where like the most craziest stuff be happening. So I think it's just stories that like their family members just tell them, and it's just something that just like keeps going on and on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Like, I was telling you about the Llorona. When I was little, my siblings, my older brother and sister, went to Mexico, and they told me if I wanted to go with them, but I'm like, fuck no, dude. I was busy with that bullshit. Like, I was scared to go because I know about paranormal shit, and I also think Mexico's a pretty dirty place, so I don't want to go there. But my older brother told me, or not my older brother, one of my aunts told me how my older brother woke up screaming in the middle of the night because the Llorona was standing over him, like looking right at him. And then my other cousin ran into the room and actually saw the Llorona standing over him. And that my aunt came in and yelled at her to leave him alone. Like got a Bible, started yelling at her, and that she like left. And it was like 3 people who said they saw the same shit. And so I was like, good fucking gun, I didn't go, honestly.
he's like, hell no, I didn't want to go with.
Hey, look at the comments. Fate Supreme said, "My fam are assholes. We have this red shed in the back, and when I was little, they said if I go back there, Elmo would get."
Damn it.
Wait, Elmo like wasn't named Freddy Cougar or like
What?
Elmo? Hi, I want to play. Like what the fuck?
Bruh.
No me vale, me vale.
I.
Yo, let's watch that.
Sammy Boy said I got fucked in the ass by Casper. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? That's why I kicked you out of the podcast.
Yeah, that's why he's not in this episode. Hey, we still love him though.
Do we?
I mean,
He abandoned us, bro.
y familia.
Alright, I'll look up the trailer and I'll send it to the chat real quick. But let's keep talking about other stories.
Alright.
What is it?
Mm.
I don't really have any like other paranormal stories besides like.
I do. I have one.
Alright, go for it.
There's one time I recently moved into my new house,
Yeah.
and this is like probably like a few years back. And my cousin Junior, I know you know him, Giovanni.
Yeah, fuck that
At the
guy.
time, at the time we were a lot younger, right? You know, it can sound like I'm old as hell, but so yeah, we went to go sleep together, and we only had one room at the time, so the other room was still like getting fixed up and all that, and so you spend the night, right? And when we were trying to go to sleep, we heard like someone bang on the window, like real hard, like it was loud, dude. And we like woke up and we're like, dude, what the fuck was that? I'm like, dude, I don't know. I'm like, shit, bro, like I'm going back to sleep. Fuck this. So like we just like, I fucking turned the other way. I'm like, I'm out, you know. And we hear it again, and like it sounded like somebody was throwing rocks this time, like at the window. And I was just like, yo, bro, you hearing this, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I was like, all right, if it knocks one more time, like I'm gonna straight up run to my parents' room and I'm gonna just tell them and see what goes on, right? So we were trying to go back to sleep again, and then we hear it again, and we heard it even harder this time. Like the window was gonna like break almost. And so we got up and we ran out the fucking roof so fast. We were like, Ama, Abba, wake up, like deadass, bro, deadass. And we went over there, and I was telling my parents, I was like, yo, someone's trying to break in the house. And they're like, who? And I was like, I don't know, but someone went on the. We were just sleeping, and somebody went on the door, and they started banging it so hard. And they were like, nah, no creo. I'm like, no, for real. And like, we were trying to get my parents to believe, because you know how Mexican parents are. Like, you tell us something and they're like, nah, hombre, like, ya quítate con esas bañarías, ya vete aquí. You know how they are, right? So we're like, no, for real. Like, we heard them bang 3 times, and I even told Junior, I was like, look, this is what I was telling my parents. I was like, look, if they bang 3 times, like if they bang that one last time, because they had knocked like 2 more times before that, then we're gonna come and tell y'all. And so we're telling y'all right now, like, I think someone's out there, or like there's some shit going on. Because why are we hearing the window all of a sudden, like someone over here tapping it? So you know, my dad comes in, we check the window and all that, and it looks fine. It doesn't look shattered or nothing like that. We go outside, and then you know, we step in the front lawn, and nobody was even there. And you know, my dad had walked over by the window by my room, and he looked up and he was like, hey, I think there's some birds up there. There's a nest. And I was like, nah. Even then, like, I don't think it would be some birds making that much noise at night. Like, what are they, fucking stupid? Like, they go and hit the window and then they go to the nest? Like, come on now. Like, we would have saw them on the ground outside, you know? But none of the birds were there. They had all been gone. So we were like, I think it was something else, you know. Like me and Junior, we talked about it. You know, my parents were like, "All right, y'all quit y'all shenanigans. Y'all go back to sleep, right?" So once we went back to bed, like I just told Junior, I was like, "Man, dude, I don't know, but that was pretty creepy. Like some people, like someone just knocking on the door like that. Like it sounded like somebody was knocking on the window. You know, it might have been someone pulling a prank. Who knows? I mean, but yeah, I mean, that was pretty creepy."
Damn.
Hey, what is it? I got some sad news. Pablo said,
Huh?
Pablo says he has to leave the podcast.
How come?
He said he's going home since he has my house right now.
Oh, he's leaving.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Well.
Sorry,
How are
guys.
you, Pablo?
It was nice meeting you guys. Thanks for having me on the podcast.
Yeah, man.
I promise it's good having you,
What
not
was-
somebody else.
What was the intro again? You guys gotta give me that intro one.
Oh, all right. So thank you for tuning in today, guys. I mean, we're not leaving, but you know, we're gonna say bye to our friend Pablo here. You know, so catch us again on Show That Numbers.
Sure.
And is there anywhere you'd like people like to follow you, or where they could find you?
Yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Pablo_GBL. That's where I'm at. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks again for having me over.
Yeah,
No
man.
problem.
Anytime, man.
It was good having you on.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right, later, man.
Alrighty, take care.
What is it? I got the trailer set up. Whenever you guys ready, I'm gonna walk him out real quick and say no or something.
Okay.
All right. You got any other stories that you want to say before we start the trailer showing?
Yeah, I do have this one. I think I told you about it. Remember? Like, I used to live by the train tracks. You remember that? My house was by the train tracks.
Oh yeah.
And we kept hearing this woman yell from the train tracks, and we thought it was like some woman, like, probably getting like fucking molested or some shit. And our neighbors came out, and our other neighbors recorded the screaming. And I don't know what happened, because I was like, I'm tired after work. Sorry, woman. But we have the video still. The woman, like, she was screaming hella loud, and it happened like every other night. They could hear the woman screaming, and she was screaming a lot. So one night, my girlfriend was there, and she's like, I'm gonna call the cops. Like, I'm gonna leave it like an anonymous tip or some shit. You know, she called the cops and shit. And we ended up going, and they ended up coming, and it was like, they came in, they searched around the train tracks, and they were like, yeah, there was nothing there. It was just like a bunch of cats. Maybe it was like the cats you guys heard screaming or like fighting each other. Like, I was like, in my head, I'm like, that was no fucking cat. Like, I could tell what a cat screaming sounds like. That was not a cat. That was a full-on woman screaming. And she screamed again one night. And my little brother, he goes to the window. He's like, hey, shut the fuck up. And then my mom was like, oh shit, he shouldn't have done that. Because well, my mom thought it was a witch. And, you know, the woman never came back. But, it, like, the story continues. Like, one night, my mom told me that at her town in Mexico where she lived, her mom's there, and she was telling her that there's been this woman who's been screaming at night outside, and she showed us a recording that someone recorded the woman screaming, and it sounds exactly the same as the woman screaming in over here, but where we lived. Yeah. And my mom told us that they were saying that it was a witch that was in search of little kids, right? And one night, we heard something on top of our roof. Like, it landed on our roof, and it was walking. And we were, like, freaked out, right? And my mom was, like, telling us that earlier in the day, that her mom called her, that people were telling her that there was someone on her roof walking on top of her house. Like, that, I mean, we thought it was, like, the same shit. And my mom was, like, she got scared because she was probably after my little brother, because he yelled at her. And it would make sense because there's a little kid where my grandma lives too, and she might be trying to get him and my little brother. That's what we thought. Like I was like, that's some creepy ass shit. Yeah. Right. But they were telling a story. Mom told me the story of this man who like fucked a witch, right? And the witch came, like, something happened. There was like an altercation, and he ended up like killing the witch, right? And then the witch's family like wanted to get revenge, so they tried to kill him, but they couldn't. And the witches started to kill all of the dude's family members. And the man like got a new dog, right? And took it home, and he was like playing with his dog outside. And one of his friends comes like saying that the witches were like they heard the witches were traveling to his house, like to his pueblo and shit, and that they were gonna try to kill him. So that guy tries to set up traps, because you know, like, there's like folk lore of like how to kill a witch and shit. And he sets up traps and has like weapons to kill a witch. And like the people that were there at his house, they ended up dying. And it was like him in a room by himself, and he was like ready to kill like the witch. And what ended up happening was that the dog he had was like the devil's dog. Like, they had him trapped because he thought it was like a regular puppy, but like the dog transformed into like the devil's dog and ate the man alive. And I was like, damn, that's fucking crazy, dude. Mexico's a crazy ass place.
I'm telling you, bro, it's the stories that like Mexico just has, that it's like, damn, dude, and you kind of low-key believe it because it's like, it's Mexico, dude. Like, anything could happen there. I mean, I'm not saying anything could happen in the USA, but it's more likely to happen there. I don't know. I just always get that vibe.
What is it? I have a short story that my grandpa told me. When he had his farm back in Mexico before he moved down here to the States, he said he had a big barn where he kept a bunch of chickens, and he said at night he always heard you know what people see like in Jersey, they call the Jersey Devil, where they see that guy that's like half like freaking he has. I forgot what it's fucking called again. I don't remember. But you guys heard about the Jersey Devil,
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I have.
like how he looks like and all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. He's like a what is it? Like half horse, half like uh, deer and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. So apparently my grandpa was telling me that he always heard like those footsteps and like scratches on top of the bar when he was in his house at night. He always heard scratches, and he always heard like those chickens like screaming, and then out of nowhere they just go silent. And then he said that there was one morning where he found two chickens like dead, like they were like cut open and they were bleeding out, and some of them were like missing their legs and stuff. And I was a kid. As a kid, he always told me that he wanted me to go to his ranch to go see everything. And after that story, I didn't even want to talk to him.
What the hell?
I fuck your ranch, dude.
You know?
He's like, hey, come by anytime and say hi. And you're like, yeah, no. Okay.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, no, thanks, fool.
Nah, bro. In Mexico, they make it sound like it's like full of paranormal activity.
Yeah, like,
A huevo, dude. A huevo.
All
Right.
the goddamn time.
like,
Yeah. Let's go to Mexico, get drunk, and possibly get possessed. You know, let's go.
fucking
Come back
kill.
all possessed in the butt and stuff.
Dude,
Yeah, like
honestly, dude, Hollywood is gonna make a movie called what's it called? Los Narcos.
Yes.
Los Narcos versus the Paranormal Activity. You're gonna see Al Capone. No, what's that dude? El Chapo
Yeah.
versus La Llorona.
Chapo Guzman?
versus La Llorona.
the Chapo versus Ghost versus human, bro. It's Ghost all over again.
But for people that don't know, who don't know what the Jersey Devil looks like or what people perceive it, is that the right word? perceive
Yeah,
it
yeah,
to
perceive.
look like. This is what people think it looks like. Let me just put it up here real quick.
Alright,
Yes.
everybody get
Shit
their
looks like a T-Rex, bro.
Yeah, like little chicken legs or chicken horse legs. Little fucking.
That
Ah.
looks like
You're scared of this right now, so you pussy.
He's just a little horse, man. He's just
It's My Little
looks-
Pony head ass.
that looks like something. That's like something off Full Metal, bro.
Honestly, a chimera.
And let's get to this trailer real quick.
yeah. Let's look at this shit so everybody can know what we're talking about earlier.
Everybody, give me 1 second.
So this trailer we're talking about is gonna trailer for the movie called
La Llorona.
La Llorona. I'm pretty sure if you guys weren't here before, chick cursed, drowned her kids, regrets it, starts crying. You can hear in the streets crying all the time, saying my kids. She's a dumbass.
La Llorona, also known as
AKA
the crying woman or
the
the
crier.
weeping woman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me know when you guys have the
Video.
video up. 'Cause
Okay, I have mine up
I'm
right now.
ready.
So whenever you want to start.
I need a pee.
Oh my gosh!
I'm
Just get through 2 minutes. You're good.
All
Cut
right.
the stream.
And 1, 2, 3.
Trisha, I'm very sorry about your loss. I can't even imagine how you must feel. Your children, Lindsay, are safe now. But have they heard her crying? Have they felt the sting of her tears? They will. And she will come for them. Who? La Llorona.
That bitch looks scary.
You fucking shit.
with people who specialize in situations like this. Que es La Llorona.
Is she coming?
She's already here.
What do we do?
We are facing an evil. It has no bounds.
Oh, what the fuck?
Rinsing.
Hell no.
That's what you get for opening your eyes underwater, stupid.
Yo, what the? Yo, why?
The curse of La Llorona.
La Llorona? Shut the fuck up. Alright.
Why people
Okay.
always getting in the dumbest shit?
Alright. Here's my first reaction, right? So I guess the Llorona has a visa now. What the fuck is she doing in the United States?
I mean, shoot, I don't know, man.
Cause she's
that's the question.
she's a the folklore is her being in Mexico. Why the fuck is it a people? Like, why is it white people? No offense. Like, I don't have a problem.
I'm pretty sure like the incident that happened in the beginning, it probably happened in Mexico, and then when she went back to the States,
To fuck up.
Because remember, the
change that
generations
back.
go on, dude. So obviously, like the people who like migrate to other countries, their sons are already gonna be basically Americans.
Part-
What do you mean?
The part that got me and I jumped was when the window opened and the curtain was going, and you see her pop out of nowhere. That was the part that got me. I don't know about you.
I didn't get scared at any part. I was like, really? This doesn't look scary at all. No, I'm not stupid. I know when there's gonna be a jump scare. I know how this fucking.
I know.
Hi, my name's Giovanni. I know when it's gonna be a jump scare during.
I know how movies are written. I'm not.
scared of it.
I know how these shits are written. I'm not gonna be scared of like a rolling up popping up behind a fucking curtain.
Oh yeah, then why don't you make a better one? Then?
I can watch me. Hello.
Yeah, I'll give you 5 years.
Okay, bet. Let's do it.
Bet.
I wish this would be way scarier if it was set in the time when our parents were children. Because,
Deadass, yeah.
one, if it's in Mexico, there's barely any streetlights there. And it probably would most likely be at a ranch. Like, that shit would actually be scary. Fuck.
I feel like in the beginning of the movie, they're probably gonna do that. It's gonna be based off like in Mexico. Then
Yeah,
I guess it follows the family back, like every freaking ghost movie.
I think it's stupid. They should have. Yeah, it has shots of people in Mexico, but
Yeah.
why the fuck is the family white? Well, I guess it was a Mexican dad, but still.
No, I guess the kids are Mexican. I think the wife, I think she was like in custody. If you saw, they were arresting her, and the lady, I guess, is taking care of her kids. Cause in the beginning she's like, your kids are safe now, and then the lady's like, she's gonna come for them. You remember?
Yeah.
So that's what I kind of have a feeling. If let's see, what part was it? If you go towards like 13 seconds, you can see that she's talking to her about it.
Okay. I thought that. First of all, who's that lady? The detective, I guess. Who is she? What movies has she been in?
I don't know. Why, she looks familiar?
Yeah, she looks familiar.
Yeah. She is like an actor, but I'm not sure how well known she is.
Yeah, I won't thought she's an actor.
Look it up on Google, like La Llorona
Cast.
Yeah, there you go. The Crest La Llorona cast.
Cast.
Well, what is it? No, you wanna know what I think is she lost 2 of her kids in the beginning, or somebody in the beginning. The lady that looked like she was getting arrested, and then these are other kids.
Uh huh.
Because if you go to seconds of the trailer, you can see that
Oh,
there's two
Scooby Doo too.
She was in Scooby Doo too.
And she was in The Founder? Dude, that movie was good, man.
Oh, she's Belma from Scooby Doo. That's great.
Man, she was hot.
It was, and it was, and now she's getting into some deep shit.
She into some La Llorona type movie.
She's still hot. What do you mean?
Ah, Linda Gabriel.
No, I know her from somewhere else. Where's she from?
The Avengers.
She looks.
Daddy's Home.
Oh, she kind of in this picture. She kind of looks like Ellen Page, kind of. Maybe that's why.
Oh my gosh, you and this guy Ellen Page.
What?
No, but I was looking at the trailer again, and like if you go back a little bit, she talks about so I guess her children, the lady, I guess they died in the beginning, and the woman, I guess I was telling her sorry for your loss. The kids that are in that's her kids, and what is it? She's telling her that your kids already heard her cry. So I guess if you hear her cry, you're fucked. Basically.
I love Verge. Look at those nasty ass hands, though. This woman needs to wash her hands.
Dude, when I
sometime.
saw those hands, I was like, oh hell no! Imagine getting touched by those hands. Oh fuck no, dude. It's disgusting.
I'm rinsing.
I'm rinsing. Fuck no, dude.
The thing is, like, she doesn't use toilet paper, so she just grabs her shit. That's why they're black.
No, deadass, honestly, she has soap. Why the fuck would you open your eyes when you're underwater when it's full of soap?
Honestly.
So bad.
What kind of fucking bullshit is that?
Yeah, I don't have high hopes for this movie. I really don't.
What do you guys think of all the Paranormal Activity movies?
I think they were
Those
stupid.
movies are stupid.
They're pretty stupid, but they're funny to watch.
Yeah,
Entertaining to watch.
especially that one when the little girl gets picked up by her hair. And she's like dangling her feet. That shit was fucking funny. Mr. Tired over
Like,
there.
Man, I think it's time to wrap it up pretty soon. You're yawning.
You're yawning.
I'm not.
Who
I got
yawned?
class tomorrow too, and I'm still going strong. I'm gonna go to class all drowsy, like,
Read the comments of me. Look at it.
Which one?
Like all of them. Like somebody call Ice if you know she doesn't have a visa.
Oh. Yeah, let's look at the comments then. Let's look at these comments. Man, this movie is better be scary. My ancestors have been hyping her up for years. Honestly, dude. La Llorona. Okay. Serious demon. I'm the scariest demon ever. My mom, give me the chancla.
what the heck?
The wall can't stop La Llorona from coming to the U.S. Someone called ICE. You know she doesn't have her visa. So does La Llorona have a green card or just here on vacation? Who else been hearing about her since they were wee little? Yeah, like they should have filmed it in Mexico. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry to hear for business or play.
Both.
No Mexican shall pass. God damn it. Yeah,
Someone like here, didn't she play Velma in Scooby Doo? Yeah, she did.
I told.
one of the Christians, mama, hold my beer. I'm getting a sniper pop. God. I then.
All right then.
Do you guys have any last stories or any last?
Yeah, I do. I have a really short one.
Go for it.
I used to, when I was single, I used to sleep in my room with my bed in the closet, so I could have like more space in my room. But this one night I laid down and I looked to my side and it was like pitch dark, and I saw red eyes open up inside my closet, right? And it was staring at me. And in my head, I'm like, don't let him bitch you out. It's like stared back with like an angry face, and then the eyes like closed his eyes, and that's it. Yeah, I thought that was like one of the funniest things with paranormal activities that ever happened to me.
What the heck? What does that have to do with the closet? What? I know. I was expecting something. These guys started saying.
Yeah, you were dead ass one of those kids. Like, oh, I never lose a staring contest. Fuck, start staring at the shit out of me.
No, it was like the eyes were in the closet. Like that's why my head was in the fucking
Cut out,
closet.
bro.
Yeah, you cut off.
I said my head was in the closet. That's why I mentioned it.
Oh yeah, he's cutting out bad.
Alright, everybody, thanks for coming to the Short and Numbers at night. It was a
Hey.
great time. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
All right, guys. This looks like we're about to wrap it up right here. So appreciate everybody who came on by to the podcast and came out and supported, said hi, told us their creepy little stories that they had going on. Oh, what's up, Henry? Man, bro, you always joining in late, man. But it's alright. Don't worry. We're gonna save it. So
Wait. Before we end it here, do you want to join the chat real quick, Henry, and share any paranormal shit you've had?
Yeah, come join in.
This guy over here trying to wrap it up. All right, I'm down for a final
I'll-
last minute guest.
I wasn't.
Hey, okay.
I wasn't trying to wrap it up. You were.
Oh, all right. Well, it seemed like we were heading that way. So
If there's anybody in the chat that has any stories, just type them up and then we can read them out loud. Or, you know, send me a DM.
Oh man, I don't have one of those Instagram things for Henry. Damn it.
it's alright. It's alright.
Just anything like his Steam account.
Hello.
Oh my God, has Overwatch been open the whole time?
Hey, we're talking about Overwatch right now.
No, like I think everybody could have heard the music in the background. I just heard it.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Dude, that was probably what you were saying about like, hey, is somebody playing Mario games? Because they need to stop. And it's all him.
God damn.
Nah, that's some funny shit.
What is it? Everybody who's watching, remember if you sleep with your feet sticking out, the little demon things, los duendes, catch you.
Yeah, what Megatron said.
They're gonna come suck your toes.
Yeah, we can hear you, Henry. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
what's going on, Henry?
Everybody, give a warm welcome to our friend, the Cowardly Dog, aka Henry. Say hi, Henry.
Hi, Henry.
Shut the fuck up! I knew he was gonna say that.
You sound kind of low, to be honest. For me.
You do sound low.
I turned myself up.
But anyway, how you doing? How's it going?
Pretty good. Yeah. Had a lot of schoolwork.
Yeah, I haven't seen you on in a long minute, in a fat minute,
Yeah.
dude.
The school year started already.
Hey man, get it the education. That's important.
But what is it, Henry? Do you have any paranormal stories or any near-death experiences you want to share with us?
Near death. No.
Any
Paranormal. I personally haven't experienced any.
Whoa. That's way too loud. Alright, go ahead.
Was I speaking too loud?
On my end, you were.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. So I haven't had any near-death experiences. Not yet.
let's hope to go.
And I haven't had any like personal paranormal like experiences either. But my sister told me about one that was pretty creepy. I guess just because I guess like it could have happened to me too. So she was basically like home alone one day, and she was like FaceTiming one of her friends downstairs. I live in a 2-story apartment. Downstairs is the living room and the kitchen, and upstairs is the 2 bedrooms, like the master bedroom. And the other bedroom and like 2 bathrooms. Anyways, the master bedroom where we sleep, because I share a room with my siblings,
Yeah.
there's like a walk-in closet and stuff that kind of hangs over the stairway, like leading up to the second floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll come into play like so. Since it's like hanging over the stairway, you can kind of hear when it like creaks because it's like an old apartment.
Yeah.
Anyways, she was home alone. She was like FaceTiming her friends, and then her friends were like, "Hey, is someone like home with you? Like, I can hear like footsteps upstairs." And she was like, "What the hell? No, I'm alone." And her friend was like, "Really? Like, you should go check. Like, maybe your brother's like or got home and you never noticed." So she was like, "Okay." So she went upstairs to check the room, and she noticed the closet was open, like the closet door was open. And she usually like leaves it closed just because like it creeps her out that it's open. So she always like has like this OCD thing where she closes it. And what's it called? So she's like, okay, that's fucking weird. So she closes the door and then she doesn't think of anything about it because she didn't see me or my little brother in there. So she just like went back downstairs and was on the phone. And then
Yeah.
same thing happened like a couple minutes later. Like her friends are like, wait, did you like? Was anyone upstairs? Like, because I can still hear the creaking. And like this time she actually heard it too. And she was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? And it sounded like they were like right upstairs in the closet. So she went upstairs and she opened the door to the bedroom because she had closed it just like the last time she was there. And the fucking closet door was open, like just a little bit, but it was open. And she was like 100% certain that she had closed it. So she like fucking freaked the fuck out, like closed the bedroom door and just like stayed downstairs for the rest of the day and didn't want to go back upstairs because of it. But
God damn.
that's like the closest paranormal activity thing I've had by extension through my sister.
Damn.
God damn.
Yeah.
What is it? Do you guys want to rewatch that trailer with Henry? See if he wants to give us his thoughts on it.
Have you seen
Do you guys-
the La Llorona trainer?
Oh
Henry?
no, I haven't.
Man, we really watched it. I don't know if we want to watch it again altogether.
I mean, I can watch it on my own time.
All right. Go ahead and give us your thoughts. You can go ahead and watch it and let us know what you think. But besides that, like, how do you feel about like ghosts and stuff? Do you like believe in those things, or is that something just like, oh, it's just Hollywood, make money, you know, kind of deal?
Well, like the logical side of me says ghosts don't exist, but like the other half of me wants to believe they exist just because I think it'd be kind of cool that there's like I don't know about cool. I don't know if cool is the right word, but I think it'd be interesting if there's like something else out there, like there is a life after death, and like people's energies and spirits are still all around us. Some of them can like reach into our dimension, whatever.
Yeah, those people are dicks, leaving the door open. No.
Yeah, they're fucking dicks. Like opening the door on my sister like that. What's it called? My sister actually gets like a lot of that, where like weird shit happens to her, which is interesting. I don't know why it happens to her. Like, it's weird. Oh yeah. My mom would tell me the story about like La Llorona, like when she was in Mexico. One time, her older brother, he was like out in the night, like drinking and stuff, and he like went back home like really late. And supposedly, like where they live, it goes like kind of like downhill, and there's like an arroyo that forms, like a little stream. And supposedly the brother heard some person say like, "Ay, mis hijos," like La Llorona, and then he fucking booked it back home and like never went back out like that late because of it. I don't know if her brother was just like bullshitting her, but yeah.
Bro, I hate hearing the stories as a kid. My mom always told me that shit. Like,
yeah, man.
I don't gotta listen to this.
And it's hard for you to go to sleep at night. You're just there like thinking like, oh my god, hope she don't get me at night. Hope she don't get
And
me.
then they're over here yelling at us. We wake up early for school, and then giving us this.
Honestly.
If you don't go to school, she's gonna get you. Like, just let me go to sleep. But what is it? Now hearing all these stories kind of makes me want to believe it. But I'm kind of like in the same boat as like Giovanni. If I never like actually experienced it firsthand, or is there like no evidence, I don't really believe in that stuff.
Yeah.
That's fair.
My mom always told me these crazy ass stories, and I always believed them as a kid because my mom, and if I don't believe her, she gives me the chancla. Like,
She beats your ass, dude.
dead ass. One time I got suspended and it was a wire.
The wire.
Good time.
Hey, don't cry. It's cool.
Did you watch that trailer yet, Henry?
I'm watching right now.
Yeah.
Oh shit. It's at a creepy part right now.
What the curtain
The
part?
hands.
The Yorona, like she shows up in front of the kid.
To some of y'all that are just like coming in now, recently we just watched the Yorona trailer. The Yorona trailer. I don't know what that is.
Training? Yeah, no me gusta yoga.
And yeah, so right now that's what one of our friends is over here watching right now. So if any of you also new viewers that are just hopping on in, y'all got any paranormal stories that y'all want to let us know about, go ahead, feel free to write in the chat. Don't be shy. Read them out loud and give our thoughts and stuff about it. So appreciate y'all for coming by.
I'm gonna take my horse to the hotel. We get copyrighted.
No. No, but yeah,
Do you
no,
have any other
man.
stories?
From what I know, nah, I think that's really it. The gnome one was probably like the most interesting one because I had like primos and cousins, family members that like they would show me videos about like people in Mexico with like gnomes actually running, you know, and I think like that was kind of awesome.
I like to look up like videos of the duendes on YouTube. Like there's
You're cutting off.
you're cutting off. How about that?
Now, when I was getting older and that movie Gremlins came out, and my mom still told me stories about the duendes, that's what I always thought they looked like, the fucking Gremlins. Have you seen the movie Gremlins? That old ass movie?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
That's what I always thought they looked like. Some green ass rats.
Yeah, that's what I imagined too. Like, have you ever seen the movie The Leprechaun?
Yeah, you're cutting off like crazy.
Oh my god.
Fix your internet, bro. Are you at McDonald's though?
Yeah, he's on that McDonald's Wi-Fi right now.
Deadass. Did you finish that trailer, Henry?
Oh yeah, I finished watching it. It's pretty
What
creepy.
do you
What are your
what do you
thoughts
think
on
about
it?
Like it looks. I don't know. If I was a little kid and I watched the movie, I'd probably be scared to shit. But right now, like it doesn't really seem that scary. However, I do want to watch it just because it's like La Llorona and it's, I don't know, Mexican
Yeah.
culture making it into like Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just like a fucking like a tall tale urban legend thing.
Yeah, what is it? If you read the comments, there's a lot of comments saying like, how the hell is she in the U.S. if she has a visa or something?
That's true.
I mean, it's true though. I mean, that story originally was supposed to be taking place in Mexico,
In
but
Mexico,
it's in America. So
what I was telling Giovanni is, I think like in the beginning it will be based off Mexico, because if you go in the beginning, it looks like the lady's getting arrested and she's lost her kids or two loved ones to the Llorona, and I guess the lady that she was talking to saying my kids are safe or something. I guess they heard the Llorona cry because she was like, but they already heard her cry. I guess if you hear her cry, you're basically cursed, and she's gonna come after your children. So I guess that's why. I guess the most part of the movie will take place at the lady's house, Velma's house, if anything.
I don't like that it's in the U.S. though. I think they should have just kept it like in Mexico.
You mean kept it in Mexico?
What?
I agree.
What is it? Do you have any like stories of family members having near-death experiences or anything?
Um.
Actually, I actually got a story that happened recently to my mom that she told me. What is it? Have you ever been by Sergio's house, Giovanni?
Yeah.
Do you know the grocery outlet is called the Genex?
Yeah.
So my mom said she went in one day to go buy some frijoles. I don't know why she buys frijoles from there. She went to go buy some frijoles, and then there's one kid outside wearing like a black mask, and one kid ran inside and started pointing at the cash register that my mom was about to check out from. And my mom doesn't know a lick of English. She barely understands it. And when the lady was telling her to get down, she didn't know what she was fucking saying. And then like my mom just froze, like she was in shock. And then like the kid was saying, "Give me the fucking money," and like pointing the gun at her. And then he points the gun at my mom, and it looks like he was about to shoot, but I guess one of the workers there hit the kid with like a backpack on the leg, so he fell down, and the shot went up and hit the ceiling. But my mom fainted before he even like shot.
Yeah.
And I guess they like restrained the kid, and the kid that was outside like shot like 2 shots towards the window, and then he dipped, and then you see like a bunch of cops coming in.
Damn, dude. What happened? What the fuck happened to the kid?
Yeah.
I guess the kid that was outside, he I'm not sure if they caught him, but he ran away. The kid that was inside, the people who worked at grocery outlet like tied him up and hold him in another room until the cops came. And they were like yelling at him, "What makes you think you'll get away with it?" No, it's like, first of all, why are you robbing a grocery outlet?
I know. They're pretty sure they had like no business.
For you guys that don't know, grocery outlets it's like the size of Walgreens full of food.
I think it's smaller than Walgreens, dude.
Probably, to be honest.
I think it's like the size of like 4 7-Elevens.
Probably. And I was telling my mom's like, just don't go buy food there anymore. And she's like, but I'm going there today to get tortillas.
Nah, hell no, I wouldn't even go there. That's just sketchy, man.
And I guess the kid was like 13 years old. These kids up here, bro. Some stupid shit. What is it? Do you guys any other stories you guys want to talk about or anything? Going week on.
What do you mean?
Any stories of any sort of the 2 conversations we were talking about before?
I mean, I'm not saying much because I guess my mic is cutting out a lot.
It's fine now. You were cutting out.
Let's see, paranormal. I have like, I remember.
Well, Lonnie Kane Express said, "That's crazy that the kids did that." Yeah, man. It's pretty crazy.
It's kind of stupid, like all of basically like the neglect and the influence of their friends that basically causes them to do all that shit.
I know, dude. It's I blame it on the music. I think since Logic tells the kids to rob stores all the time, like his new book, like it's symbolic. Like his new book is called Supermarket, and he's telling them to rob a supermarket.
Coincidence? Thinking that.
Like, dude, have you ever listened to J. Cole? He's like, go rob a store, go kill a bitch. Like, J. Cole's a bad influence on our society, dude. Like, I think these kids need to listen to more JID. That's all I'm saying.
JID. If anything, there was a video of him running away from them. So what are you trying to say?
JD's the goat. That's what I'm trying to say. Another. When I was little, shut the fuck up. I'm talking.
Hey.
When I was little, we used to have this basement, and you know, you always think the basement is haunted, right? And this one time, I came downstairs. You know what? All right, thanks for coming to the stream, everybody.
Oh my god, this guy, don't do it to him.
It's been an hour and 30 minutes. I think that's long enough.
Oh,
Thank
man,
you.
We're overtime, man.
Thanks for coming to the Short and Numbers podcast at night.
Hey, I'm supposed to say.
Would you like to say any final words, Israel?
Yeah, appreciate everybody for coming on by. It means a lot having y'all here come on the show. Definitely leave y'all's comments, reviews, whatever y'all wanna to help us improve, or if there's a specific topic that y'all want us to talk about, definitely let us know down in the comments or whatever, and we'll bring it up sometime. Yeah, we're here.
We're here. What about you, Ernesto? No last words. Okay. What about you, Henry?
No, what I was saying is, if whoever joined in late, the whole podcast will be up in our YouTube channel, Short Numbers. If you ever want to go back and watch the whole thing.
The spaces are X's, so it'd be Short X in X Numbers. FY, you know. Yeah. What about you, Henry? Any final words? Closing statements?
Hit that follow button.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey man, let's give a big shout out to our boy Henry for coming on the podcast for a late guest, but you know,
give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, I didn't hear that third clap.
I'm scratching my nuts.
Whoa.
Alright. And make sure to follow me on Instagram at Stumble. Follow Grizz on Twitter at @thegrizz_19.
Yes,
follow Ernesto at that. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
He said that.